Guild Wars Reforged just came out and it has been a lot of fun. Creating a new character for the first time and combining each class to try out new spells and cool combinations to make the roleplay that I want inside of the game. Exploring the entire map on the first zone before I can never go back to it again. As a new player, it has been a very good old school MMORPG experience. But I've also made some mistakes. And I want to talk a little bit about all the things that I wish I would have known when starting to play Guild Wars Reforged. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Go to my Ko-Fi if you want to support my content. Go to my Twitch to watch me live every morning. And let's get into it. The first thing I've seen a lot of people mess up is where to actually buy Guild Wars Reforged. You have two options: the standalone version through the ArenaNet website and the Steam version, well, through Steam. Both of them are essentially the same price with a little bit of a difference on Steam if your region is a bit cheaper. But what you should be thinking is, where are you playing Guild Wars 2 if you play Guild Wars 2? As with the Host of Monuments from Eye of the North in Guild Wars 1, you will be able to get a lot of rewards in Guild Wars 2 as well. But it needs to be from the same version. If you have Guild Wars 2 on Steam, you should acquire the Steam Guild Wars Reforged version. If you have Guild Wars 2 standalone from the website, you should get yourself Guild Wars 1 from the website. If you for some reason had Guild Wars on Steam before Reforged and you wanna get that linked to Guild Wars 2 standalone, here is a little guide made by Chesai, one of our viewers. He's always been very helpful, and he had this issue, so he made this guide on the Reddit. I'll leave it in the description down below, but it's very easy to follow. The second thing is where to start. You have three places: Nightfall, Factions, and Prophecies. If you want to go chronological, you should absolutely start with Prophecies, as this is where the actual story begins. It's a bit slower, you'll be less overpowered, but is the way that usually people do it. And if you want to just relax, it's not like this game is super hard anyways, this is the correct way to start. The two of the other ones are essentially for if you just want to be endgame very fast, if you want the particular classes from these places. Factions, for example, is great for this. You'll be super powerful, super fast, and you'll be able to do the other two campaigns super easy. This campaign also makes you be able to get the Assassin or the Ritualist that you can use to do the rest of the campaigns afterwards, which is a very good option. Nightfall is essentially better for the heroes. As you can see right here, this will be little guys that will help you instead of players in the missions. They're probably very powerful, maybe even more powerful than some of the players you're gonna play with. It's definitely a choice if you want to play alone and not with other people. But considering that a lot of people are playing right now, I feel like it's better to just go play with people and interact with them. But of course, it's gonna be your decision. This also gives you the two classes Paragon and Dervish, which are very cool. So if you wanna play those from the start, very good idea to start with this. You can also go for a PvP only character if you're interested just in doing that and start at max level and start blasting PvP, but I'm guessing that this is gonna be very confusing and only for a few type of players. The next thing you should do when you start is type in the chat /bonus. This will give you very powerful gear, very powerful weapons that you're gonna be able to use instantly into your character. It will also give you this Ignis Summoning Stone that you can press to create this little imp that will help you in your travels, doing a lot of damage, maybe sometimes more damage than yourself. You can delete all the items whenever you want after you're done using them, or if you don't really interested in doing it, because even if you change your mind, you can type /bonus again, and then boom, you'll be ready to go once more. Another little thing that you can do is go to interface and move things around. It's actually very cool, something I really wish Guild Wars 2 would have, and you can customize your UI in whatever way you want it. For example, I really like having my health right here, because otherwise it's very hard for me to know when I'm gonna die. So this will be a constant reminder that I am indeed in danger. Whenever you're exploring, particularly in pre-searing, you're gonna see that you're gonna get a lot of quests from different professions. For example, here I chose warrior, and by talking to certain NPCs, I'll start getting different abilities for different weapons. The same applies to any type of class you're gonna be getting as a primary and of course also as a secondary. Right here, for example, I was testing Monk and I got 2 abilities for Monk as a test. Here, for example, I became a ranger with a warrior. I was main warrior and I got myself a pet while going around. And you can do this with every one of the classes to test them out and get an idea of what you would want. But definitely be careful. For example, right here, I was just doing the normal quest from Ranger just to get us an ability, but then I saw this and I saw, oh, this is just a part of the quest. But no, it says I'm ready to become a Ranger, and this will make my Ranger become my secondary class forever. Well, at least to the halfway of prophecies. And I pressed yes, and I made a huge mistake here and I had to restart because I really didn't want to be Ranger. So be very careful when you do this kind of stuff. Another thing to recommend is checking the collector NPCs. They will give you some cool stuff for items that your enemies drop. For example, this one gives you a belt patch that holds 5 items for just 5 fins from the scales. And there's many of them all around the first zone. So check them out for some cool armor skins and of course some cool items like this. And you can save up a few of those little items. You can tell that they're useful because they're like skeletal limbs, dual carapaces, devourer eggs, gold necklaces. They're like trophies of the kill of those enemies. And if you don't really care about this, you can just sell them. And definitely sell a lot of stuff, guys. Like I was getting very tired of the inventory system. Don't worry too much about it. You most likely won't need any of the stuff. Just transform it into gold. Unless it's an upgrade of some sort, you probably will be fine. And it's always better to delete something that is a little bit useful by mistake than for you to quit the game because you're so frustrated with the inventory system. And you can always ask World Chat and they'll help you. Speaking of, it's not a bad idea to check inside of the old chat if anybody is interested in doing a group together. Guild Wars 1 is not a real MMO. Whenever you go into an actual loading screen, into an actual place to fight enemies, you'll be in an instance. You can see the allies that you have, and these allies can be people. Of course, you can be the heroes that we talked about before, and you'll get to those later in the game, but you can do this with other people, and this will make the experience a bit easier and also a bit more interesting, considering that, well, you're playing an online game. It's fun to play with other players and interacting with them and playing here together, having a team and doing the quest. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool experience. I haven't done it yet, but I'm definitely gonna be doing that tomorrow. I'm probably gonna be making a guild so we can all play together as well. So if you're interested in that, guys, please let me know in the comments down below, and I'll invite you, or you can join the Discord. I'll set something up. And the last thing I want to talk about is leaving pre-searing. So after doing a few quests, you got this quest right here. Once you get it, after becoming, well, after getting your secondary class, you can talk to Sir Titus here and leave for an expedition that, well, let me just say something happens and you're not gonna be able to come back to this zone again. And you definitely can leave. There's nothing bad that happens because of getting out of this place. But if you want to explore the entire pre-searing zone, which is a pretty big zone and has a lot of things to do, I heavily recommend you to just stay here and do all the quests. It's a very cool place to be. You can definitely create a new character and do it again. But personally, I'm gonna try and get myself everything in the zone before leaving, because I mean, I'm not gonna have that many chances of doing this, I don't think. So, well, that's about it. If there's anything else that I missed that you think is important, guys, please let me know in the comments down below. I'll be playing probably every day in the morning. So definitely go check out Twitch for that. For any questions, go to my Ko-Fi. If you want to support my content, go to, well, I already said the Twitch thing. Subscribe to the channel. There you go. And see you around. Love y'all. Ciao, ciao.